What should you do about your retirement investments in today's volatile market? That's the question many Americans are grappling with as we face an uncertain new world brought about by a global pandemic and its financial consequences. I'm Andrew Walworth, and I'm here with Drew Pratt, Vice President of Investment Advice for Rebalance. Drew has 35 years of financial planning experience. He's a CFA, that's a Chartered Financial Analyst, and is here to help us understand how to think about retirement investing in these troubled times. Drew, thanks for being here. You've lived through major market disruptions in the past. How is this one the same, and how is it different?
Thanks, Andy. It's good to be here. I think the main difference with this current crisis is the fact that it's caused by a virus and a related illness. I mean, we've never seen anything like this before in our investment lifetimes. And I guess the other difference to me is just the magnitude and the speed within which this has really come upon us. The similarities to me are that it is causing an economic disruption. And so we are probably already into a recession. And the other thing I would say that's similar is we've seen a major response from both the federal government and from the Federal Reserve, which is consistent with the past couple of economic disruptions that we've had in 07 and 08 and 2000 through 2001.
Well, Drew, financial markets always operate at least partially on emotions. And at a time like this, emotions are running high, information is running low. Is this an especially dangerous combination for investors?
Right. Well, markets are always driven by a combination of emotion and fundamentals, and usually emotion rules the short term, the very short term, and then markets eventually lock back in on fundamentals. I think what's unique about this period is that we've lost touch with fundamentals, and it's very difficult to see. Our radar screen has basically gone blank. And in my experience, it's easy to make mistakes during volatile times and emotionally driven periods like this. And that would probably be the danger. The other side of it is, if you're an optimist, you might see this period as somewhat of an opportunity.
So, and some people would look at this right now at these sort of massive swings in the market and say, hey, this is an opportunity to sort of get in and get out of the market to try to time it. Is there a danger in doing that?
I think there is. It's so dangerous now it's always dangerous to try to time markets, but, and not something that we recommend, of course, but with the volatility that we're experiencing now, once again, it's so easy to make mistakes.
How about moving out of stocks and into cash or a hard asset like gold? Isn't the temptation here for some of us to just say, I just can't take this roller coaster ride. I want to keep my retirement assets safe. I just want to stay home, wait this out, and get back in when the market is acting more in a rational way.
Right. And every client has a unique risk tolerance and an ability to withstand periods of volatility like we're going through now. We're all human, all of us. The people at Rebalance, our clients, everybody in the world is driven by emotion. And we're, at Rebalance, we're currently reaching out to people now to see how they're feeling, to talk to people, allow them to ask questions. And we want to be respectful of everybody's feelings and needs. And this is definitely a great time to talk to your financial advisor if you're fearful or you need some answers.
So, Drew, in this particular moment, with all these factors at work, what should we be looking at as we consider our retirement portfolios?
The first thing to take a look at is, do you need to take your required minimum distribution this year from your retirement account? The CARES Economic Relief Act that was recently approved by Congress allows you to waive taking that RMD in 2020 if that's something that you can do. So that's one thing to think about. I think the other thing, and I touched on this before, is, are you prepared for situations like this? All of us who are long-term investors are going to go through times like this during our investment lifetimes, probably multiple times. And I do think the idea of having a cash reserve for known spending, one that's comfortable for you, is something to think about. Finally, for me, one thing that's really helping me, because I'm an investor just like our clients, is, thinking about how I feel now, but I'm also trying to think about how I'm going to feel in a year or 2 years. And sometimes that's a helpful perspective when we're in a crisis period like this. Fast forward a year, fast forward 2 years, and think about how you'll feel about how you responded to this. And that's been calming and helpful for me to introduce that perspective instead of really focusing on the here and now, which is difficult and scary.
So, Drew, what is the single takeaway from this conversation today?
What we're saying is and recommending is that investors stay the course. And if you're nervous, this is a great time to reach out to your financial advisor and have a conversation. And we're here for you during this period. So please give us a call. We'd love to discuss your situation and help you through this difficult period.
Drew, thanks for being here.
Thank you. It's been great to be here with you.
And if you want to learn more about retirement investing in these difficult times, reach out to Rebalance 360 at rebalance360.com. I'm Andrew Allworth.